Relate editor Joel Stockdale. Dodge utilizes the Challenger GT trim to indicate its V6 all-wheel drive show, however it appears to be adept for reasons other than that. The Challenger, even with a V6, is an astounding, moderate American excellent tourer. It's still to a great degree beautiful, in spite of scarcely changing looks since Dodge presented it for the 2008 model year. The strong dark on this one was especially alluring. It likewise appeared to be proper considering the Challenger's warship measure. This thing is genuinely enormous. That is useful as in it has a colossal trunk, ideal for visiting, yet less to maneuver. Be that as it may, gratefully, it's anything but difficult to recognize the corners, which helps a great deal. The Challenger GT is a quite capable handler, as well. It feels created in corners, not very overwhelming, just mellow body roll, and controlling the weights up normally. The ride is generally agreeable. It brings some relief of most asphalt defects, yet you feel more than you may anticipate. So the Dodge Challenger GT has the style, space, and a better-than-average adjust of energy and solace, which just abandons one thing left to address, the powertrain. What's more, for reasons unknown, the V6 really works pleasantly in the enormous Dodge. Under full throttle, you get an irate, throaty sound from the admission that, while not as smooth and exemplary as a V8, is still genuinely fulfilling. It likewise has more than satisfactory quickening, if not elating. It's a combo that makes a fun reasonable GT auto, as well as only a strong suburbanite with an additional measurement of style. The main admonition is that in the event that you require something all the more genuinely energetic, you may in any case need to take a gander at a Camaro or Mustang. Relate editor recounts, I spent the last 50% of a week ago in Idaho and Wyoming driving a quite sweet Nissan 370Z in the snow. That auto was outfitted with tracks and skis and enabled me to do some entirely stupid things with couple of repercussions, however it was one of the loudest and most awkward autos I've ever determined. Returning home to Detroit and the Destroyer Grey Challenger GT was an extremely pleasant difference in pace. The thing is, this auto is still bound to fit in the snow. I like the Challenger a considerable amount, particularly in the bonkers Hellcat and Demon appearance. Be that as it may, not every person needs a 700 or more drive animal that swallows gas with an about unequaled thirst. The Challenger GT checks a considerable measure of boxes. It looks great, it's agreeable, spacious and because of all-wheel drive, really usable year-round. I do wish it had more snort, yet the V6 is fine and far simpler on gas than any of the V8 alternatives. There's probably a bundling issue that keeps the all-wheel drive framework from fitting with a V8, and I don't anticipate that Dodge will cleave up the auto to settle it. In the snow, the all-wheel drive is an immense help. Race-wheel drive and all-season tires are not an extraordinary winter blend, but rather the Challenger pulls and hooks its way through the powder. I'm certain it's great in the rain, as well, however I didn't have a chance to attempt. I think despite everything I favor the Ford Mustang or Chevy Camaro, yet in the event that you just need a major, comfortable roadster, you could complete one serious parcel more terrible than this Dodge. Senior producer Christopher McGraw, when I woke up at the beginning of today to snap photographs of the Challenger GT and looked outside, I was fearing the prospect of getting in the auto and driving even a mile not far off. More than 6 crawls of snow had fallen since the previous evening, and the area has been not as much as stellar this year about furrowing the streets close to my home. After 30 minutes, however, I was having a fabulous time in the Challenger GT, getting it sideways around corners, yet in total control. It is mind-blowing to me how extraordinary the AWD rendition of the auto feels contrasted with the RWD. In climate like this, you couldn't pay me enough to take a Challenger anyplace. I esteem my life excessively. However, a couple of minutes in the driver's seat of the GT, and you know you will have a decent time. This is the third time I've driven this auto, and despite the fact that it is fitted with the V6 and not the V8, regardless it has gusto in the engine. I was proceeding on to avoid road yesterday on my way into work and stunned it. While this is not the slightest bit a Demon or Hellcat, regardless it has a lot of energy. AWD in the winter in Michigan in a muscle auto. Now that is the thing that I call fun,